quite an abrupt end to Mustier's tenure, wasn't it? Good morning.
Good morning, man. It was a pretty unexpected decision not to seek another mandate at the helm of the Italian lender. But as you say, we've been speaking to several people involved in the discussions, and this really follows tensions rising. I wouldn't say only in the last couple of weeks, but in the last couple of months. And we knew that on Sunday night, there was this last-minute informal meeting. Now, if you ask me what the disagreements were about, it's very clear that relations between Mr. Mustier and members of the board soured over the past few months over three things. First, his plans to spin off the Italian assets, listing of the foreign ones in Germany, but also his refusal to buy Monte Paschi di Siena at the Italian government's request. Another dynamic is, of course, they also have a new chairman who used to be the finance minister of Italy, Mr. Padoan, who was involved in Monte Paschi. So because of the fallout after this, last-minute meeting on Sunday, he decided to step down. Unfortunately for him, as people are saying, and there's a great opinion piece by Lisa Martinuzzi, running also a national banking champion in Italy as a Frenchman, probably added another layer of complexity.
Francine, he's leaving abruptly, but what will his legacy leave? Will he leave the bank in better shape than he found it?
I would say, yes, in better shape. Of course, as ever, when you do a kind of menu on the things that he could have done better, there are. But in his 4 years running the bank, he dramatically reduced the mountain of bad debt. He improved efficiency. He sold some of the non-core assets. And you have to think about where UniCredit was in 2016 compared to when the pandemic hit. It was actually in pretty good health, and they wanted to boost shareholder payouts. And one of the other reasons is that he was very focused on shareholders. And so on strategy, yes, but always in the benefit of shareholders, and maybe some people, took issue with that. Of course, the shares were still languishing. They were not as efficient as the Italian banking peer Intesa Sanpaolo, but he was pretty decisive. And if you remember, I think only 5 or 6 months ago, he was also one of the names that was thrown in as a possible replacement for the HSBC chief executive. So he was doing a good enough job at UniCredit for, being in the running for other potential jobs.